Just got out of bed, 6:30 a.m. Where do I get a coffee? See, this is the problem. This is the problem with travelling. I don't know where anything is. There is a coffee machine here, but there's no coffee in it. And God knows how to use it. I just want to show you this plant. Oh, got it. It kind of breaks my heart. But yeah, I had loads of these amazing plants growing around my house, and they produce these awesome red things, man. How cool is that? I was just waking up with that sense of, oh, another day. Another day. Not depression, not like, just... I suppose the easiest way to describe it is kind of boredom. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous, like I'm travelling around a new continent. Of course, that's not boring. But it kind of is. Yeah, it's obviously less boring than being in England. But in England you have your routines, dare I even say social networks, not that I think many people really have those anymore, but you know, you just have your things that get you through. But when you're out here, yeah, it sounds ridiculous. And when I was in England, and I know you'll probably be sat in England now like thinking, what are you talking about? That you really idolise and just, you know, oh, I'll be travelling, it'll be great. The days are long, and there isn't much to do. And you know, I realised when I was lying in bed that I idolised my time in Thailand. And yes, I had something really cool going on. I had a really cool house and a really cool business. But you know, I was serving alcohol to people. Like, I was having to chat shit to people. And yeah, really, I created that business out of utter boredom. Out of, what the hell do you do? I need something to do, and now I have my YouTube, and that's a real blessing, and I really enjoy it on the whole. But again, it's like that. It's time filling. I mean, it's also a necessity. It's also a way of earning a living, and it's purpose, and it's all of that sort of thing. But it's 6:30 in the morning when you haven't got a coffee. It all just feels like a ball ache. It was a very successful night in the hut. I think as long as... Is there one on the other side? I think there is, yeah. And imagine if someone was staying in that and you're literally separated by a wooden wall. You know, I was listening to a football podcast last night. That's how enlightened I am. And there's something really comforting about this Sheffield Wednesday podcast that I've listened to for years. It's like, you know, it's just that little piece of home and the Sheffield accents and all that. I could care less, especially... I mean, Sheffield, I don't care, but Sheffield Wednesday is the worst run club in England. So, we have a Thai chairman, and he's just an absolute disaster. What was I saying? Yeah, and you know, it's loud. You know, I was thinking if there's someone in that room, I couldn't be listening to this now. This was at like 11 o'clock at night. Or they'd be doing it, and I'd be, you know, listening to their crap. And whoever's living over here, like, you could hear his TV, not from my room, but you know, whenever I went for a shit, you can hear his TV. So, all that rambling was to say, but if nobody else turns up, I might extend my stay here just a day at a time, because the minute there's any other guests here, it will be an absolute nightmare. Or, oh gosh guys, I've had some incredible donations again. And one of them did say, we'll talk about them later, one of them did say, get a nice hotel on me, so maybe, oh, this is the other tree that I loved. Yeah, you can literally like chop these and just stick them in the ground and they grow and they do all these amazing shapes. So I had loads of them growing in my house and around my house. You see, that's what I miss, you know, being settled somewhere and growing plants and getting into all that sort of thing. I just bought some, what do you call it, that hormone that helps roots grow when you just chop bits off trees, basically. And yeah, like the building something, so I've still got a sense of that with my YouTube, but you know, it's the building of a business. It's just something to do, like in this crappy human flesh suit, where it just feels like we're here for bloody ever. I thought there might not be too many mosquitoes in the morning. At first it was looking good, but they're all starting to swarm now. I was just gonna do some laptoping. It's just a nightmare, because then you just end up sat in your bloody hut so you can be under this fan. I can't live like this. I need some more consistency. I need my, I need a fan so I can sit outside. I need a coffee machine. Anyway, I'm a great believer in the universe, God, always teaching you through external circumstances, the external being a reflection of your internal and all that. And I think, well, he's just telling me that I can trust, and he's doing it through you guys. Gee, Sobe, what the hell are you playing at, mate? Unreal. This guy has sent me $425 in the last 2 days, I think it is. Like, it's just mind-blowing. I can't get my head around it, I really can't. And the generosity of all of you. Miss Greenwood, thank you so much. David, thank you so much, mate. Also your messages, I need to read out your messages, amazing. Juliet, Emily, whoa, very generous Emily. I think I've already thanked Paul. Yeah, so basically yesterday I got another, well, I won't say the amount, I mean it's almost $300, but another 5 donators. I'm almost certain I've seen some more in my bank. I have dropped my Solana wallet address, not that I have any, but just from my bank, in the description now, because I've seen a few of you asking about that. But this is teaching me that I can go to a, it's just teaching me to trust, and that is how I can enjoy doing this. If I can go to a cafe and have a coffee and not worry about the fact it's $4, if I can go into a nice hotel and pay $35 for a night, but not be worrying about noise, not be swarmed by mosquitoes. Yeah, have a toilet seat. And then I've had a few more of you chuck some shekels in my bank account. So Jay Lee, Mr. Slack, Mr. Patton, thank you so much, guys. Just wow, thank you so much. I'm definitely going to enjoy a coffee today in a cafe for the first time. But for now, I'm going to try Googling where the nearest 7-Eleven is, or OXXO, preferably an OXXO, after what we learnt yesterday. Oh wow, it's a 21-minute walk away. You're going to have to wait for, I mean, he's not going to have any coffee. I just know that machine hasn't been used for like 2 years. Just there for show. It was a nice idea at the time, and then I realised you had to keep buying coffee beans. And when people are paying $10 a night, £10 a night, you can't afford the bloody coffee beans. But yeah, I guess this is why people live in cities. No mosquitoes, and coffee shop round the corner. I might as well just go for a walk. What else am I going to do? I need coffee, and we might see some interesting stuff on the way. So let's go for a 21-minute walk, which for me means probably 13 minutes because I've got big, long, spangly legs. And get some coffee. I think I'll buy 2. Gosh, it is in these moments where you're walking 20 minutes for your morning coffee, where you think back to your time in England, where you used to just come downstairs and press a button on a nice expensive coffee machine. And there it was. But you did have to go through pleasantries with your parents to get there, and this is no knock on my parents. I'm just speaking about normies in general, like the whole, hey, how are you? What are you doing, mister? What are you doing today? So I don't know which is worse, a 20-minute walk or pleasantries with normies. I think it would be pleasantries with normies, especially when they've got Sky Sports News blasting out. So yes. And yeah, in England, I didn't get out of bed till at least 10 in the morning. And it was mainly to avoid, my parents. Not that there's, they were fine. But it's just people. It's any people. Especially people who are just, just completely in the mainstream and have to go through all the mainstream motions. The platitudes, the avoidance of silence is actually what it is. People think it's like being polite and all that nonsense, but actually it's like the absolute fear of silence when with another. We're so socialized into believing we have to make noise when we're around people that we call conversation, and that's like, you know, to be seen as sociable, to be seen as I have friends, to be seen as popular. But it even gets to a point where in families it's like people can't even walk past each other without, you know, making eye contact and hi, you alright? This sort of thing. Oh, it's crappy. I wonder if they sell coffee. Oh gosh. F this life. Oh, yeah, just thinking into... Yeah, it's a funny one, life, isn't it? Because, you know, obviously in many ways it's very exciting and interesting, and you could die at any minute, like, it's very real. But also it's kind of, I mean, for me it's not real at all, it's all just a dream or simulation or whatever. But that's obviously on an intellectual level. Obviously I feel like life is real. I sense myself, as a human, walking around on this silly, whatever it is. Definitely not a globe, but we don't know what it is. So we'll just call it the stupid spinning rock. Even though we all know, but it's not. Unless we're still completely retarded and in cognitive dissonance, you realise that they've lied to you about pretty much everything, like in 2021 and 2020. Oh, but not the globe. They can't possibly be lying about that. That's got to be true. Even though it makes no sense at all. The best for me is like when you look at flight paths, and they just don't make any sense on a globe whatsoever. They make perfect sense on a flat Earth map. And the fact my mate's a pilot. And I mean, just this should be enough. They don't take into account the curvature. So they should constantly be having to dip a bit to go around the Earth, yeah? But they don't. They get trained to fly as if it's flat. And also, if the Earth's spinning and you're flying, you'd have to, and you're going somewhere, but that keeps spinning round, you'd have to take that into account, right? No, the spinning of the Earth isn't even mentioned in pilot training. I mean, does that not tell you everything you need to know? I think ultimately, the way for me to get through this life is to get a piece of land somewhere and surround myself with animals and coffee and cannabis. You know, you always fantasize about the next thing, don't you? Like, oh, if I had this, I'd be content. But I think that's got to be, what the hell is going on here? Is this some sort of sat nav? Oh, it's a T. Oh, what is going on? Oh, sorry, I thought I had the camera turned. Oh, why is it doing this? For fuck's sake! My camera keeps spinning into portrait mode, and it's just driving me insane. Yeah, somebody's stuck a TV on metal. Oh, I just don't know. I just give up. I'm done with humans. They're absolutely batshit. Yeah, but I think the closest I can get to contentment is being just around animals, growing plants, and getting really high. Oh yeah, but I was saying that we always have these. Oh, when it starts off with things like, when I get that nice car, when I get that girlfriend, when I get that job. Starts off with stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like there is some truth in it. There's not just escaping my current moment. There is like, actually, like, yeah, that would be a really nice way to live life. But again, insanely boring. Maybe I'd just take lots of plant medicine, which cannabis is, of course. But it's not quite as revolutionary as the other ones. A good Mexican family home here. Look at that. Proper Mexico. So I've just done the old fucking, I walked past and that's the way I'm going. And I was like, oh, I need to take a shot. So now I've got to walk past again. Oh God, it's so... Head down, let's just go. It was worth it for the shot. It's fine. But yeah, I'm really getting why. Really feeling, obviously I've understood it from a psychological point of view for a long time. But really feeling, yeah, they definitely do put their rubbish out like that. As we were talking about in a previous video. But yeah, really getting why people just spend their life, you know, in addiction or chasing pussy or, you know, trying to get the next flash car, getting the next promotion. Because to actually just be and feel yourself, it's so challenging. It's just so long and never ending and boring. But also very peaceful and the best thing you can possibly... Oh, is this fruit? I was just wondering when I would ever see some fruit again. Fantastic. You don't sell coffee? Probably. See? You have machine? Where? I don't think she sells coffee. I think it's the opposite of C. Yeah, I mean now.
Aquí al lado. Aquí al lado. Sí.
Okay. I want some fruit though. Later I come and buy fruit. Gracias.
Sí, hasta luego.
So apparently she's saying there's coffee down here, which is the opposite way that the sat nav says. Should we trust it? Oh god, yeah, maybe I'll just wander about rather than just wander about and trust that. I don't know. Like, maybe I should just go to what I know and I know is going to work. Yeah, I think we keep going to the Oxo, but I'm going to buy some bananas on the way. I'm having some major camera problems. Just, oh my gosh, there's something about the universe today that wants to piss me off. ¿Cuánto?
Serían 45 pesos.
Okay, gracias. So this is how my camera wants to film now, sideways. And there doesn't seem to be anything I can do about it. Honestly. What stuff like this is a nightmare for me. I've not changed any settings, suddenly my camera has decided to do everything on its side. And I'm useless with stuff like this. Honestly, I don't know. I think I might just jump in front of the next bus. I think I've sorted it. I should never record before I've had my morning coffee and cigarette. Life is just so much worse before you've had your morning coffee and cigarette. But if I've sorted my camera, that is a big relief. Maybe I can do today. And maybe taking San Pedro at 6:30 in the morning wasn't a great idea. Maybe. Dustbin men are here, presumably to collect that. Oh gosh, we're reversing. Oh great. This is going to smell lovely. What a lovely setting for my morning coffee and cigarette. Oh, bloody hell. Was that necessary? Hasta la vista, baby show. It's just done it again. It's just, so this is a nightmare for like when I want to go, like when I was in Tulum just doing quick clips of things. I can't be going through my settings every time. I'll miss the blooming clip. I think one of the things that is getting to me is someone commented yesterday that Belize is, you know, basically they're descendants of slaves, I think, or something. So basically they're fatiguers. So I'm like, oh, do I really want to go to a country of fatiguers? Not really. Apparently they speak English there. But I want to see every country. So this pharmacy is 24 hours, and you see that so often. A lot of the pharmacies out here are 24 hours. I'm like, I can't really get my head around it. Like, who's going to buy pharmaceuticals? I mean, ever, if it had any sense at all. But you know, I realise not many people do. But even like the plebs, who is going to buy a pharmaceutical at 3 in the morning? I just don't get it. as good as that hamburger was last night, I am so happy to see this. This is definitely where we're coming for lunch. Oh, what is that? It's like bacon, maybe bacon butties. Interesting. I hope they're doing chicken later, or pork rib. Yeah, I'm thinking I might spend the day on one of those hut things in the water. Assuming you can go on them, I find it hard to believe they're just there for the public. And eat the rest of that San Pedro and just lose myself and surrender to the universe. Because I'm not having a very good day today. Feeling very much like I don't really want to do this life anymore, if I'm honest. Hola! So yes, it's always a good time to just eat a load of plant medicine and get a bit of a new perspective. But also, let's do a bit less victim elder. Look how green it is. I am in a really beautiful place of nature and I really should appreciate that. So I'm just having to keep my camera on all the time, not recording all the time, but on all the time, because it keeps flipping back into that stupid side of his mood, which means the battery runs out really fast. That's so frustrating. It just makes no sense. Why is it doing that? Yeah, I'm wondering if I should have bought a second coffee. I think by the time I get back to the hotel I'll be like, oh, we should have another coffee. But maybe I'll ask the host, or, you know, point, use lots of hand gestures and shout a bit. Not that that helps anything. To see if we can get that coffee machine at the hotel going. At the hut place. This is where I should have got my bananas. Is that honey? Fantastic. Shame it's in a plastic bottle like everything else. Yeah. Constantly drinking out of plastic bottles. Microplastics. I did it in the UK as well. I used to have a water filter when I was established in the UK. And then I gave that to my ex when I left for Thailand, on the proviso that if I ever came back to the UK, he'd give it back to me. So I got back to the UK and I messaged him and he blocked me. And this is somebody that claims to have integrity and has done a lot of self-work. Amazing, just amazing. So yeah, I spent 6 months in the UK drinking out of bottles as well, because obviously I won't drink the tap water. So yeah, it's like, do you want to be poisoned by the government through the tap water and drink all the estrogen and the morning after pill that's in it? Or does we want microplastics? Choose the poison, like. That is this life, isn't it? No matter what you do, one way or another, they're poisoning you and indoctrinating you. Right, I'm definitely starting to feel a bit better now that the caffeine is kicking in and the nicotine is kicking in. And Mexican family in the morning. So this looks like the main part of town. Surely there'll be a coffee shop here. Oh, and we have more barbecuing of the meat going on. Very good, very good. Ooh, it looks like steak. Magnifico! Oh, is my hut down there? Is it down there? Let's just check out this main city bit, see what there is. Oh man, ¿cuánta? ¿Cuánto?
40.
¿Cuánto? ¿Quinti? ¿Quanti?
40 kilos. Sí.
¿Cuánta?
40.
Oh, you show me? I see.
Ajá.
No comprende, so show me cuánta.
40.
Ah, for 1 kilo.
Ajá.
Okay, 1 kilo. See?
Sí.
See.
Ajá.
Go. Do your thing. You got one job to do. Do it. And then are they papayas? Papayas are the most frustrating fruit in the world. They look amazing, like this lush, orangey inside. And then they taste and smell like sweaty feet. That's what I find anyway. Let me know what you think. Oh, he's still not done his job. Come on, 1 kilo. Ah, I choose. I see. But you know what a kilo is going to be. Okay, see. Okay, so I think that's $2. Oh, he's putting another one up for some reason. Oh, and another.
Ahí está.
So it's this.
Sí.
See. So it looks like we're in market zone. Love, love, love this sort of thing. Proper food, local prices, supporting local people. Yes. So I just got 6 mangoes for $2, which I'm absolutely delighted about. And that was like quite a cool shop as well. Might buy some watermelon. Might have a day of eating fruit in San Pedro. Where does that sound? Oh, little puppy in a bag. Oh, and he's got a little hole for his head. Oh, wow. Oh, look at all this. Pineapple, $2. Oh, there's everything a man could want. Oh, big cantaloupe melons. $2 for a big cantaloupe melon, amazing. Right, we're going to remember this shop. We're definitely going to be coming back here. Fantastic. Oh my god, is that not just the cutest thing you've ever seen? It's an old dude, obviously can't walk anymore. Wow, that is love, innit? Creating a whole bag for your dog. Amazing. Ooh, I think they're a bit past it. Oh yeah, it's so good to start seeing shops like this where you can actually provide for your son a bit. Hello, mate. Breakfast time in Mexico. Mexico! Lots more real fresh ingredients. Okay, great. Certainly know where to come for the fruit. So I got a mega grande coffee, so I think I'm down to about here. So I think we'll save the rest for morning joint. I feel like this is the sort of day that needs a morning joint. I've just shat myself. I don't believe it. It was coming on and I was just like, yeah, there's no way I'm making it. So I headed over to that bush, thinking I timed it okay. But once I had a look in my pants, I hadn't. So I got the majority out of it in the bush, but it was about 10% in my pants and down my leg. Oh, it's not a very good day. Ooh, squelch, squelch, squelch. Right, I'm feeling a lot more positive now. I've just banged 2 of those mangoes. I've got a whole kilo of mangoes for $2. How good is that? It seems like the prices are getting much better now we've left Tulum. But yes, we have mugs. I just used a plate and a knife without having to ask someone to chop up my mangoes. And I've asked hostel boy how to use this, and he couldn't really tell me, but I think I can work it out. And he basically pointed to the water, so I can use that water. He pointed to the shop to go and buy the coffee. I'm not sure what you buy to put in. Oh, you're just going to buy ground up coffee, aren't you? So I think I'm going to be able to make myself a coffee in a minute, so life feels pretty good again. And the witchum. Okay, let's start by going to the shop and seeing if they had the coffee. I don't think I showed you this shop. This is the one that is, well, they were both super cheap, but this one's actually got, you know, products in it, like food, edible products that aren't just in a wrapper. And yeah, it was super cheap. I got some munchies that are in a wrapper from this place, and I was really shocked by the price. So let's see, can we get a bag of ground coffee? Hola!
Hola.
Oh, it's very dark. Hola.
Hola.
So if we're going to sell coffee, it's going to be over here. I think that's Lecture. That could be an issue. Yes. Oh, what's that? That looks like a small cream. Can't see any coffee. It's Nescafe, but I was hoping for something a bit better. Oh, I think I'd rather walk to the Oxo again than use Nescafe. Let's just go and have a look in that other shop. But whoa, it's got bright all of a sudden. Whoa. I need my hat and probably some sunglasses. I am listening to your comments. I appreciate what you're saying about how it can damage your eyes. That does make sense. I think it was that blue and green eyes aren't really designed for these climates, and if you're allowing it to bounce off the water or the cement into your eyes, and it destroys the retina. I'm listening. I'm processing it. Still in resistance. Still got me ego telling me that it's wiser to not use it. But yes, maybe I'll succumb. What I don't want to do is buy some non-UV ones though, but just do more damage, because then they reassure your eyes and they stop you from squinting to protect your eyes, but they're not really protecting your eyes. And I imagine most of the ones out here are going to be non-UV ones. I don't know why I'm even looking in here, this is pointless. Definitely not going to sell. Hola, coffee? No, okay, gracias. I mean, I guess if it's cheap, the milk was... Is there even a fridge to put the milk in? Okay, yes, we do have a fridge. Maybe it is worth just buying an Nescafe. Even if I just use it full time, I'll just probably get my money's worth. Alright, let's do that.
Ahorita platico contigo.
So we've gone for a little pot of Nescafe, which I absolutely despise, but needs must. This is going to be amazing. Yogurt, coconut, pineapple drink, and the old leche. So I'm hoping that's going to come to no more than 60.
95.
Finito?
95.
Oh, $5 for all that, goodness me. I'm not sure how much a yogurt drink is, but the leche was $1. I guess a yogurt drink's probably going to be $2, then the coffee would be $2, maybe the coffee was $3. I guess it's about right. I don't know how much Nescafe costs, I'd never buy it back home. It's an absolute bastardization of coffee. Right, let's see if we can work out how to use this coffee machine with Nescafe through a filter. So I just realised, rather than messing around with this for a Nescafe, I'd be better off just finding a pan, wouldn't I? And boiling the water. What have we got? We've got a frying pan. No pan. Alright, back to plan A. Coffee machine it is. Alright, so we're plugged in. I'm just going to hit that. Oh, it's gone orange. That's a good sign. So I'm guessing that we'll just do it, hopefully. I better put some coffee in. Yeah, I mean, stuff certainly seems to be happening. This is all fizzing away. Oops, did I show you? But yeah, basically the water's bubbling, the coffee's going in. So yeah, quite hopeful that I'm going to get some sort of brown liquid. Ooh, coffee is a-pouring, and it seems hot. So I think we can say that's a success. It better really drinked. You know, it's not too bad. It turns out it wasn't milk, it was really thick cream. But if you give it a stir with a fork, because that's all I had, it's alright. Job's a good one. Oh, I love it, I love it. It's all splashing into my face. I'm not like under the rain, but I can feel the mist of it. Oh, it's amazing. Tropical rain is just the best. I definitely think, and I am just guessing, that this place has its own sort of microclimate. I think it's definitely a lot wetter and a lot cooler than many parts of Mexico. Who am I to say? I've only gone from Cancun to Lake Bacalar, including Tulum and Playa de Carmen. So I don't know what I'm talking about, but I just feel it. I just think that's the case. Yeah, loving it. But I do want to go and get some of that meat. So once this rain is done, we're going to go to a barbecue. It is so lovely here. I think there's basically one main road, the road that the bus dropped me off on. And then all the other streets are like this, just green and quiet, peaceful. Really great. I'm thinking that as long as my hut place doesn't have any other guests stay, I will just stay there. So tomorrow morning I'll ask him via Grok that can translate for me whether there's anyone booked in for that night, and if there isn't, because I'm pretty certain I'm the only guest, I ain't seen anyone else. It's clearly low season right now. There's another nice road. Yeah, then I'll just stay there, and I reckon I could probably do that for up to a week, or maybe I could stay here for a month. I'm not intending to, but it's nice. It's really nice. So yeah, thanks once again with an original person that I can picture their symbol, but I can't remember their name, and then a few of you have mentioned this place since. So yeah, thanks to all the people who are recommending places in the comments, it's much appreciated. Just have to watch out for guttering systems like this that come straight onto the street. Which it's so funny, like, if you saw that in England, you'd be like, oh my goodness, that's terrible. What are the enrichers doing now? But out here, like, you love it. It's in place, that's what it is, you know. The more I travel, the more I realise it's about keeping cultures of countries. It's about keeping what countries are about. Oh wow, this looks nice, doesn't it? Very nice place to stay. It's not really, you know, when you're in these places, stuff that would be enrichment back home is endearing. But when it's back home, you're just like, what the hell is going on? This isn't what England is. And you know, that's great about England. You know, you want England to be civilized. That's what it's built on. That's the culture that you feel, or you used to feel, and that we all want back. But I would hate it if this was like England. I would hate it if this was all... I mean, health and safety isn't English culture, it's just what it's turned into. You know, I love the chaotic nature and just for what are you going to see next type feeling of being in these places. But it's because it's embedded here and it's meant to be here. Not so much in LA. Interesting wall art too. Is he bumming that dog? Oh dear. Nice swans making up this fence. Well, they'll get eaten by a blooming enricher. The Mexican family dining together. You see that all the time because that's their culture. Nice trees. And some more wall art. Oh wow, look at this. Proper rustic. Very good, very good. Just beautiful street. I love it. I just love all the trees cascading out. But this one, not so much. It's a nice little house with some interesting characters as ornaments. Okay, let's take a ride up to the main road. I think we're getting about to a place where I saw that meat. It's an interesting elevated bin. Let's have a look at the bar offerings. Bar La Jungla. Oh, very nice. Oh, he's got quite a crowd, quite a Mexican crowd. Hola, hola. Very nice setting for a beer. Fantastic. We're out in the midday sun, it's about 1 PM. And yeah, it's hot, but it's so much less intense than all the other places I've been. And I do definitely think the climate's different here. But I think it's also just the trees soak it up. As opposed to when you're just in a concrete, what do we call them, metropolises or something like that. These awful places that we're all brainwashed into thinking is where we're supposed to live. Where there's no soul. It's just like a massive boiling pot. But yeah, I think the fact there's green spaces to soak up the rays makes a huge difference. Cosmopolitan living, yeah, I remember seeing that. You know, there's a magazine called The Cosmopolitan. And like, it just sounds great, doesn't it? Cosmopolitan. I didn't know what it meant for years. Until quite recently. And then I realised it was just the word they used to brainwash us all into thinking that we should live in these little sardine cans and, you know, be happy with it. Oh, it's cosmopolitan. It's cosmopolitan living. You mean it's enslavement? You mean it's insanity? But you're just giving it a fancy word. It's like euthanasia instead of offing people. You know, these stupid words are used to make things complex, and you know, this is all part of your Orwellian brain conditioning. And we live in a society where people, their only access to knowledge is what's told to them. And then, you know, like this is the university system, degrees. It's like, can I remember what someone's told me and say that again? And can I get marks for it on an exam? That's how we're taught. So we think that knowledge is acquiring other people's prescribed opinions, which obviously all just comes from the state ultimately, and propaganda and the media. So when people hear a word like cosmopolitan, rather than question it, they go, oh, what does that mean? Oh, I need to know. All right, okay, now I know it means this. And they just get totally conditioned into it. There's no critical thought. We're not trained to critically think. Critical thought in school is outlawed. It's like, no, this is the answer. Learn this answer and regurgitate it like a good little conditioned parrot. And of course, then the plebs get their degree certificate based on the knowledge that they've learnt so well rather than discovered. And then of course it becomes a status symbol. So then they become protective of the knowledge. This is why you see people protective of the state. This is why you see people still trying to argue that the 2021 intelligence test that many people failed, the medical intervention, is still safe. This is when there's, just copious amounts of evidence. If they wanted to just look, and you don't even have to look anymore. You actually have to be in full-on denial now. And they're so intent on holding on to that world where their status comes from, that they're knowledgeable. Look, I've got a university degree, I know stuff. And this is how the state keeps going, because people buy into it, because they're so scared of losing that job, losing that status. Oh, what will the neighbours think of me? Yeah, I genuinely find it absolutely gobsmacking that anyone who failed the basic intelligence test of 2021 still thinks they have a valid opinion on anything. Like how they can, I don't know, just like come on here and comment like, oh, you believe in flat earth. Like how can you still trust your opinion on anything after you failed the most obvious satanical psyop? I mean, it just baffles me. But this is conditioning, isn't it? This is cognitive dissonance, and this is the ego and the self-protector. We hate to be wrong. Humans hate to be wrong. I love being wrong because it means I'm learning something. But most humans, gosh, hello little guy, they're just so scared of being wrong to the point where they'll carry on believing clear lies that are ending their life. And many lives have been ended for failing that basic intelligence test, and many more will over the next 5 years. It's going to be an absolute apocalypse. But I'm pretty sure it's this way to Bacon Butty Man. But yeah, they'll still come on here and give an opinion like it's valid. It's just mind-blowing. Oh, I've just popped in Oxo for some air conditioning break. Also, I want to see how much. Oh, right, they're 25 in here. 28. So it's definitely, what we're learning is it's definitely cheaper in those mum and papa shops, because if we look for the big water, can't find it, but there's no, here it is. So the big water, 2 for 27. No, that's Coca-Cola. I don't have a price, but I paid 50 for that in a 7-Eleven. So that would have been 88, whereas he charged me 70. So yes, definitely. I mean, obviously I'd go to them anyway because I want to support actual people rather than corporations. But yeah, it's a winner on every level. Oh, who's he in love with? He's probably just trying to tell them. Oh, I think the barbecue is finished. That's a shame. Yeah, video. Oh yes, it was telling them. Someone has obviously ordered flowers. And you can see the difference between these Mexicans and this Mexican. I'm not saying better or worse, I certainly don't see it that way, just you can see the difference in lifestyle. Anything, I'd definitely get on much better with that guy than those middle class ones, because they'll have done this in 2021, or they're much more likely to have done this. It's amazing, isn't it? That, well, it makes total sense. But those with the most indoctrination, those who have been to decent schools, the best indoctrinators, and then got on to university, are the ones that had the highest V rates, the highest stupidity rates, were people with degrees. Oh no, it's about to start raining again. Oh shit. Back to the Oxo. So I'm just pretending to browse. I mean, I think they'd just let me come in here anyway, but I wouldn't mind being in it if it wasn't for the camera and the phone. But yeah, definitely cheaper in here. Oh, hang on. I paid 30 for hers last night. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. Maybe it's just Tulum versus Lake Bacalar. But I'd be surprised if the Oxos are different prices. Maybe they are. Let me know in the comments if you've got more Mexican experience than me, which many of you will have. Yeah, I think I'm wrong because these were 25 and the other shop were 23 here. Anyway, someone in the comments said to eat lots of nuts because the mosquitoes don't like them. So I think we might try some of these lemon jumbo nuts. Okay, it's definitely a Tulum versus Lake Bacalar thing because they were 22 and here they're 18. Looks like we might be here for quite a while. I got a little stash to keep me going, but I'm trying not to eat it. Oh, I want some meat, really. I wonder what happened to the mechanic. Has he died? Looks like they haven't been worked on for a little while. Maybe that one. Roads are completely flooded. There's no drainage. This is a bad example. But you know, there's been some roads where you literally can't get past without walking through a massive puddle. Oh, fine. Not complaining, just noting. Anyway, I'm looking for that market that we found earlier, but I don't think I'm going the right way. Yeah, each road is basically turned into a river, but it's calmed down. Oh yeah, this is a better example. It was constantly having to step over big swaves of water. Whoa, look at that, you see, completely flooded. Can you see in the distance? So yeah, I'm not even going to walk through that. Like, you can't actually get around it without getting your feet soaking. For the record, I've got my boots on, so I don't really want to get them wet. If I was in my Crocs, obviously it'd be a very different matter. This is my current situation. They didn't have any bags in the Oxo, so it's getting a bit tiresome looking for a market which I have no idea where it is. What's carrying shit? I might just give up and have nuts for lunch. Gonna have to cross through another river here. Look at that. No one's using that disabled spot for a while. Not unless they want to get swept away. Swept away on the disabled thing. Ah, this looks familiar. Wheelchair was, look at this. How do I get down the blooming pavement? Wheelchair was the word I was looking for, not disabled thing. But all that colour. This garden is very plant filled, I like it a lot. I think this was it. I think that's Mango Boy that we saw earlier. I might ask him for a bag actually. Look at this. The road has turned into a ford. Wow, but yeah, this is definitely where the market was, but it doesn't seem to be very markety anymore. Oh my god, my feet are totally submerged. Oh shit, that's the end of my boots. Oh, wow. Hola amigo, can I get baguio? Yes, please, gracias. I already buy, can I just get a bag? You have a bag I can use? Gracias, gracias amigo. Oh yes, sí. Gracias. Oh, thank you so much. Gracias, amigo. Okay, that makes things considerably easier. But yeah, the markets have closed. There must be morning market. Surely someone somewhere is cooking some meat. Oh, it's not looking too good on the meat cooking front. Yeah. Oh dear. Hi. Oh, you're a bit stuffy, aren't you? Oh, yes, you'd rip me to shreds. Alright, see you later. So I found some chickens, but we need them on the blooming barbie. Not still walking about all pecky like. Another completely submerged road. It's only a bit of water. These houses must get flooded all the time because that one is right on the brink, and we're talking about 20 minutes rain, so imagine when we have a proper downpour. It must be pretty catastrophic. You see that bike going through that. I mean, look how submerged that bike is. That's really deep. Thinking I might just buy some eggs and bread from that local shop and just cook myself an egg sandwich. Why not? I'm not sure there's much point hanging on to this beetle. I think it might be safe to say that that has had it. This one on the other hand, we've got some flat tyres going on. I think that one might have had it as well actually. Yeah, it looks pretty knackered. Alright, let's see if we can find enough ingredients to make a lunch. Somebody said something in the comments about how there's no food from the Riviera. I'd like a bit more information on that. What do you mean by the Riviera? Is that where food used to be grown in Mexico? And they said basically it's now all imported in plastic. And yeah, the shops, they sell very little real food. Oh no, that looks like nice bread. Do you have to buy 4 though? I don't want to buy 4. And then the same with the eggs. Do I have to buy all of those or? Hola, uno?
Sí.
Oh, gracias. Uno, please.
No, man.
So we could have eggs, maybe some garlic, any onions or anything like that. I don't think there's any more real food. No. Ooh, could we get some sauce? Any brown sauce by any chance? It's all going to be salsa, isn't it? Should have bought some onions from the market then, shouldn't I? Oh well, we're learning. We just asked for dos ego. Maybe I need 3 actually for one that side. Actually, so can we get 3? Gracias. 3 eggs, garlic and bread. How much do we think that's going to be? I mean, it really shouldn't be.
$32.
Oh, that's amazing. $1.50. Gracias, amigo. It's amazing. It's always a big moment as an expat when you manage to, just work out how to cook for yourself. I know that sounds really ridiculous, but you'll get it if you do it. I remember in Thailand, probably after about a week. But then in Thailand, it's just pointless. Like the food is so cheap, you don't even save any money. But here, to be honest, it's because I can't find anything to eat. Other if I sit in a restaurant and pay $10. So it is to save money. But yeah, I was thinking if I can find some bacon, then tomorrow we could have bacon and egg butties. How good would that be? Just realised I don't have any cooking oil, so I'm just seeing if there's any I can pilfer. Oh dear. Could be an issue. Oh well, we'll just do it anyway. Just burn them. I think it's safe to say this chopping board is on its last legs. So I just found a tomato in the fridge. There's actually an onion as well. I think I might steal that too and then go to the market and replace it later. Alright, eggs are cooking. And we have a veg base waiting to be topped with eggs. What a shame I can't find any salt and pepper or brown sauce. That'll do. And that, my friends, is where the story ends. I didn't do much for the rest of the day. I think I just got stoned and laid in bed and played with my worm. So yes, if you've watched all the way to the end and you haven't liked and you haven't subscribed, then I think we really need to look at this end and ask yourself, what is your resistance to giving? I can't even press a button for somebody who's entertained me for an hour. Just a thought like. But to the rest of you who I know have, the majority of you, because you're wonderful people, thank you very much. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Big love.